Welcome along. It is Friday, the 5th of December 2025, and I've now been doing this since Monday. This is a new channel. And today is really exciting because I'm going to do Release Radar. Release Radar is a thing that happens on Spotify on Fridays, and it's only made for you, the user. So my Release Radar is completely different to your Release Radar. And instead of doing the top 5, I'm going to go down from the top 10, but quite quickly just to skip through things. Now I haven't listened to what is going on, and I can see a couple of things coming up which I'm going to talk about, which should be really interesting actually, because I can see Guardian Angel. There's a different version of that by Dimension, but I'll get onto that in a moment. Starting off with this then, I Want to Know, Fish 56 Octagon, and Abby Flynn. Of course, Fish 56 has come up big on social media. Abby Flynn is I know really quite well as a singer. She works with one of the Wide Boys, Eddie Craig. I've seen some social stuff for this, but I haven't actually heard it. I think there's some technical issues between the bass and the kick, deciding which is really in control here. So, yeah, interesting track. Haven't heard it before. Sounds okay. Okay, New Horizon. Destroyers I love in breaks, so this is why this has come up on my Release Radar. These are coming up because I listen to these artists. So I listen to Abby Flynn, that's why she's on my radar. Fish Octagon isn't someone I've followed as an artist so far, so... Yeah, really good bass on this. It's very clear, quite futuristic. I like this. I can add this to my breaks playlist. So I'll do that now. You'll see it appear next time. Or maybe you won't. Now, this is what I wanted. I saw this coming up. So, this is called Guardian Angel. Wake up with the sun in my eyes and maybe love will shine down on me. You came like a ghost in the night, a shadow deep in the dark, and I was like, I know you. If you come and take me. It's a really interesting track because people were saying, where have the old vocals gone? From when he played this earlier in the year. And they don't mean that these new vocals are worse. They mean, why has this changed? So this original track is not by Dimension or Karen Harding. And there's some clues in here. Now, Karen Harding's listed as a writer. Actually, you can't see what's on the screen here. Can I move myself out of the way live? So I'm sort of placed above. I'm in line with image. Let's go up here. So if you look, written by Karen Harding, it says Kez Sean Kamara. I don't know who that is. Oh, let's come off there. Hold on. Robert Alexander Etheridge, Sam Brennan, Tim Powell, and Tom Hollings. One of those worked for Xenomania, who write some chart pop things. So anyway, somebody has written something. It appeared in like a EDM track or something before, and then Dimension sampled it, I think, and then they've expanded the track. So it started off as just Guardian Angel, set me free, and then they've turned it into a proper song. So it's quite interesting. I would like to see the full video of that. So I have too many questions about this, especially when someone posts, like Karen Harding was saying, we wrote this in this much time and it was so much fun. I'm thinking, hold on a minute, this is... Admit that the chorus exists before you get there. They have to put this on social media, I suppose. Okay, Fate of Ophelia, Chainsmokers remix. It's been heavily played on radio, the actual track.
On the megaphone, you to me.
So it's quite a nice pop sort of house remix of this. My daughter's 12 and I drive her to school and we listen to stuff on the way, so some of these things will turn up when they are Izzy tracks rather than my tracks. That's one of them. Insomnia, Symphony of Unity and Faithless. So another classical thing. I kind of like these things, I kind of don't. Like, I wouldn't listen to this. I wouldn't listen to this on purpose. I think the first person to do something different with dance music was Jeremy Deller when he did the brass band thing. I think that's 1997, possibly. And what I really liked about dance music is it's new, futuristic, and taking things to a different place. I suppose this is different, isn't it, for dance music? But it left the old behind. And when I was younger, I was quite objectionable to old things. Even old kick drums, if I associated a kick drum with the 80s, I thought, ugh, this makes this dance thing sound terrible. And so seeing all of these people doing stuff with... I don't know what to feel about it. I think I'd really enjoy it if I went and saw an orchestra doing stuff live. But the writing of dance music is nothing compared with classical music. So I think there's sort of embarrassments for dance music in lots of places, and the way that dance music excels is not in the writing, it's probably the production. So it's got lots of compromises for me. Yeah, do what you like. So Release Radar obviously works, because on one of my journeys I said to my wife before leaving what name of band I should listen to, and she said Kasabian. So I put Kasabian on, and that was about 2 weeks ago, and now it's on my Release Radar. For me, I know my system quite well. This is the vocals slightly in with the mix too much for me, and the width of everything is slightly weird. So it's loads of really wide stuff, and I think it doesn't all match up. So it's really hard to place, but it's quite an odd mix. I mean, it's an epic production, but there's something slightly bothering me about it. It's not something I'd listen to normally. Okay, reorder. Okay. Yeah, Riordan, massive on the house scene. He's on Realm Records normally. Let's see if that's what he's doing now. No, Casablanca New and Republic Records. That's interesting, isn't it? 2 monthly listeners, Tamora and Aura and the Chemical Brothers. So who does what? Is Tamora a singer? There's only 2 writers on this, and there's only 2 producers, and they're listed as Tom from the Chemical Brothers Hold on, let's go back to that. So, it's written by Aurora Axness, I've probably said that wrong, and Tom from the Chemical Brothers. So to have 3 artists listed, you can see it in the title. It says Tamora. Aurora. Tamora must be the singer, or maybe Aurora's the singer and Tamora's when they work together. They've used the Chemical Brothers name. Sounds quite interesting. And it's used some of the Chemical Brothers tricks in here. They were the Dust Brothers before being the Chemical Brothers. I have an old Dust Brothers record on Tuner Boy's Own. This isn't something I would listen to on purpose. Here we go, Wilkinson.
Face down, back up, against the body, won't stop. Face down, back up, against the body, won't stop. Face down, back up, against the body, won't stop. Face down, back up. Show me your energy. Face down, back up, against the body, won't stop. Face down, back up, against the body, won't stop. Face down, back up, against the body.
Sounds like it's meant to be a hit, and they've done some visuals here, as you can see, which is nice. I quite like it. Right, cool. And then number 1 on the list is by 4 and CLSM. I don't know how that works because I'm in 4, but I am CLSM. Gavin's in CLSM and Gavin's in 4.
Hardcore vibes that are on things. Oh yeah.
And if you listen to I'll Be Okay by CLSM, it has a very similar, I did a very similar organ line to this.
Hardcore vibes that are on things. Oh yeah. Hardcore vibes that are on things. Oh yeah.
I'm very pleased with my bass line. Dum dum da 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 dum dum da 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 dum bum.
Hardcore vibes that are on things. Oh yeah. Say hardcore vibes that are on things.
Obviously sampled from an older record. The algorithm in Spotify is quite interesting, and part of the way it works is by recognising things that you've done before and saying if someone like this, then they'll like this. So this is a thread of tracks that we've done, which follows I'll Be Okay and another track. I don't know why it's got the E for explicit lyrics. There are no explicit lyrics here, but yeah. Cool. I need to add this to some playlists. And I'll catch you on tomorrow, Saturday, for the next playlist. And then I suppose we'll just go round and round because this is the first week. So next Friday I'll catch you for Release Radar, and I'm sure we'll come across the breaks and stuff like that again. Again, if you've got things to suggest for these things, then just leave messages in the chat. And if you can, subscribe, because I don't know if I've got any more subscribers. Probably not, but yeah, this is early days, so in a year's time or so we'll be up to more than 50 subscribers, but at the moment you are one of the only people watching this, so really big congratulations if you got to the end of this. But I'm doing this daily, so meet me daily to do this run through. Anyway, we'll see you later. Have a great weekend.